Welcome back to Paramec Financial. This is Jonathan Tran with Finance in 5 to 10 minutes. Today what we're going to talk about is group benefits. What about many people out there, including myself at one point, we had group benefits. And if you work for a big company or you work for a company that offers health insurance to you, then that's what we classify as group benefits. Now, group benefits can be a slew of things. Sometimes you open that package or you go online, you start looking at it, and you're like, wow, there's so much stuff on here. I thought I was just buying health insurance, right? And then you end up having all these things. And when I used to work at the bank, I just thought to myself, man, I don't even know what most of these things mean, or I don't even know what's good. So what I did was I just picked the highest plan and I picked the most expensive one, right? And I picked everything the most expensive one because I thought to myself, yeah, that's probably the best one to pick, right? Because it costs more money. But I didn't realize that, sometimes some of those things that we're buying, it could be not cost efficient for our situation, right? So sometimes, without going into individual person's group benefits at this moment, I'm just going to tell you guys what I generally see when I look at group benefit plans. And so that way, if you too shy to give me a call, I swear I won't bite you. But at least you look at it, you have some idea, right? So usually the first thing when we look at our group benefit plans is your healthcare plan, right? A lot of times you'll see they'll show you 3 different plans: a high deductible plan, one with a low deductible, and another plan with maybe even a lower deductible, right? So you usually choose like 3 different plans. You choose the one that you think that's best suitable for you in terms of how much do you think you're going to use your insurance, right? If you just need a plan for emergency purposes, maybe the high deductible plan is going to be right for you, right? If you use your insurance more, or maybe you do activities, or you have higher risks of getting sick or higher risks of getting hurt, then maybe you should pick a lower deductible plan. So that way, in case something happens, your out-of-pocket costs or your deductibles that you need to pay are lower. Now, specialty with a lot of the group plans is I see something called an HSA, a health savings account. Now, health savings account is a very powerful tool to use. What's the benefit of using a health savings account is that any money that you put into your health savings account during the year, you can deduct that from your income. So say, for example, you make $40,000 a year and you put $200 a month into your health savings account, then at the end of the year, you can deduct that $2,400 that you put in to your health savings account from your income, hence having you pay less taxes, right? So very powerful tool that you can use. But what's the catch of putting that money in there? Well, if you put money into the health savings account, one benefit is you get tax deduction. 2 is that if you use it for qualified medical expenses, then any interest earned on there, you'll never have to pay taxes on it. And if you use it for qualified medical expenses, that deduction that you took from your income, well, you don't have to pay it later, right? So very powerful. 2 great benefits is don't have to pay taxes on the money that you put into your health savings account. And 2, if you use it for qualified expenses, you don't have to pay for the interest earned either, right? So no taxes on the interest, no taxes on the money put in there. So very nice. So if you are looking for ways to lower your income down, or you have costs to do, put money into that health savings account. Also, you want to check is sometimes your company may offer to put money into that account for you as well, right? So, a good thing to do is ask your company or look in the benefits, see if they're giving you any free money in there, or if they make you take like a health survey or something like that so that you can get free dollars in your health saving account. Make sure you take advantage of that, right? Free money, I always like free money. I hope you do too. Now, the second thing in the group plans that you will see is besides the healthcare, now you're moving into these extra insurances, right? They have short-term disability. Most of the time, short-term disability is if you become disabled, they will cover you for 6 months of your income, right? And then after the 6 months are over, then you move into something called long-term disability insurance, where if you're disabled for more than 6 months, they'll cover you up to 2 years from the day that you are ending your short-term coverage. So that way you have insurance, disability insurance to cover your income. So in case you have loss of income for being sick and your health care is not paying for your income, of course, then you have that disability insurance. So choose something if you think, hey, you know what, if something happened to me, I'm being covered for 6 months, right? And then if something long-term, they'll cover you up to 2 years. They're never going to cover you for the rest of your life. So just, make sure that you understand that. A lot of people think, oh, long-term is long-term forever. No, it's not long-term forever. It's long-term for a short period of time. Okay. Another thing that you'll see is AD&D, or accidental death and dismemberment insurance. It's very, very cheap. Basically, it only pays if you accidentally die, right? Or if you lost your vision, you lost your limbs up to the elbows, or you lost your legs up to the knees, then you qualify to claim for the AD&D, or accidental death and dismemberment insurance. It's very cheap, but it's by accident, right? So that's why they can offer it for so cheap, so that you can have that coverage. Now, if you are participating in activities where you're exposing yourself to those type of things, then maybe it's a good idea to get the accidental insurance, right? Another thing that they do offer in the group benefits that I see is term life insurance. Sometimes they'll offer you a base, maybe like $50,000, or maybe they'll offer you based on your salary, right? Or maybe 2 times your salary, 3 times your salary, 6 times your salary. So depending on what program you choose, of course, the costs will be based on your age, your gender, and then they'll sell you a life insurance policy. But the one thing you need to know about this group life insurance is it only works, well, all of these benefits only work when you're still with the company. The day that you leave the company, you don't have these benefits anymore, right? They may have an extension of benefits if you leave the company, but majority of all these extra ones besides the healthcare, all those end the day that you leave the company. My personal example before is I worked for the bank for almost 15 years, and I thought that I had my life insurance when I left, and lo and behold, when I had my first kid, I called the company, asked them about where my life insurance was, and they said, oh, it only works when you are working with the company, Mr. Tran. And I didn't know that, right? But it's very cost effective, and so choose something that you think you want to leave behind for your family. And then the last thing that you need to worry about with your group plan, it's not related to your health insurance, but it's still a group benefit, is your 401k. And it's a little bit off topic, but since we're talking about group benefits, your 401k is a retirement account that's offered by your company. Now, should I put money in here, yes or no? Well, you should put money in there if the company is offering you to match, right? What does that mean is that if you put in $1, the company is going to put in $1 up to a certain amount, right? When I worked at the bank matched me 6% of whatever I put in. So 6% of my salary, whatever I deferred into that bucket, the bank was giving me the same amount. So basically, I got free money, right? So look into your group benefit plan. If you have a 401k plan or some form of retirement plan, if they're offering some form of matching for you, definitely consider participating in that so you can get that free money, right? Another thing is that money that you put into your 401k is also lowering your income as well, hence having you pay less taxes. So that's a very powerful tool to use for retirement. But just know that money that you put into your retirement today, you don't pay taxes today, but you'll pay taxes later when you take it out, right? So those are some things in your group benefit plans you have to be thinking about. Is your healthcare plan, an HSA plan, health savings account, your short-term and long-term disability, your term life insurance, accidental death and dismemberment, AD&D insurance, and your 401k. So I hope that you guys learned a lot about your group plan. If you want some one-on-one consultation, I'll be happy to do it complimentary for you guys. Just shoot me a message below or contact me directly. Make sure you subscribe to follow us on these Finance in 5 to 10 minutes. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.